is there something in store for us in the future that could be similar to what we experienced back in 1999/2000?
Sounded like a robot. First, I wanted to read a Reddit post about Y2K. Why will we be worse off in the future if something like this were to happen?
Okay.
So he said, it wasn't a disaster because geeks fixed it.
Okay.
Y2K is too often used as an example of why people shouldn't prep because it was overblown and no planes actually fell out of the sky. Well, that's because folks knew about the problem and did something about it. Don't let the myth get passed around that Y2K was all hype and just nothing. So, what we learned from this is that it can happen and you should still prep. And there is actually one scheduled for 2038.
Oh, we got another one scheduled.
This one's super weird. So it actually was kind of discovered from the popular video Gangnam Style.
What?
That sounds weird, huh?
That does sound really weird.
But the reason why is because they found out his video was like so popular, it was hitting a number of views that maxed out YouTube.
What?
So the total number of plays the max that YouTube would support was where is it? I got it. Sorry about that. Sorry, can't find it. It was like 2 million, or no, it's more than that. It was like 2 billion.
It's got 4
something
billion
like that.
right now.
Yeah. Oh, the maximum number of a 32-bit system can represent 4 trillion 294 billion and a few others. So it would max out, and they found out with YouTube is how 32-bit means there's a limit, and which is super weird because that limit in 32-bit systems, the date will do the same thing like Y2K. Basically, January 19th, 2038 is the max that it's been programmed to calculate. So it basically will max out and just crash computers.
Wow.
So there could be a new threat of Y2K. If you're on a 32-bit system, which most things have started to go away from.
Yeah, see, and it's all 64-bit mostly now, right?
So Africa, thank goodness that now got their computers are 32-bit.
The town of Africa, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. But yeah, so long story short, basically 32-bit systems will max out in 2038, and there will be like a system crash. Because it can't calculate beyond that.
So that's going to be like most government computers probably by that point.
The church, right? Our church, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So anything on 32-bit, technically, I mean, if we're still on 32-bit in 2038,
we got problems. We've already hit
problems.
An apocalypse of some sort, if that's what we're using.
But I thought it was super weird that YouTube, when they discovered like this, that so many views stopped counting, that they're like, wait a minute. And they calculated that the date would basically max a computer out on January 19th, 2038. So we could be in store for Y2K.
Interesting.
38 is what they call it. Y2K 38.
I'll look forward to that.